From inside Tropicana Field here in Tampa Bay, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And on the mound for Tampa Bay in this one, Shohei Ohtani. What's the scouting report on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the ball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. He'll also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
The home opener is underway.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
That one fouled off. This one in the air, center field. Edman under it. And there's one down.
Batting second, first baseman, Michael Bush.
No, inside.
Bush throws right, bats left. Batting second in today's lineup, and his batting average this season is over .350.
Ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Just underway from Tropicana Field. Fouled off to the right. The 2-2. That's the strikeout. Ohtani sends him packing. 2 down, base is empty. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3. Back now at the chop for the bottom of the first. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Shota Imanaga. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Ball.
Now it's 1-2. Stays alive. And it remains 2-2. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. And looks like he wants the signs again as he steps off the rubber. Payoff pitch. This to third. Muncy zips it across. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
Ball one.
Ball to strike. Foul ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Here's a 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And after grinding through that at bat, he gets the best of him.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Second baseman.
Here's Mookie to hit. Trying to get the Rays on the board. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Line drive, base hit. Runner around third. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone. This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in, you got to try to get another one or maybe 2. You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and get out of this little jam.
Ball 2.
Got him swinging for the K.
Batting 6, right fielder, Brian
2 outs, runners
Reynolds.
at first and second. Brian Reynolds here.
No, that's a ball.
Two on, 2 outs. Judge getting an angle on it. And that's the third out. Back here at Tropicana Field, now the Cubs four-hole hitter, Aaron Judge. That's out to center field. Edman has a beat on it. He's there. He's got it. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Tap foul at the plate. And a foul ball. The 0-2. This one smoked on its way out of here. A massive home run. And it ties it up. It's 1-1. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. In half up to hit. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. Comes up empty.
That's a check. Did he go?
Swing. Now we'll look to third. And yes, he did. Jerry Hillsdale rings him up. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. O'Hearn. Handles, throws.
You're out.
And that'll do it. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. Down to the bottom of the second. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Tampa Bay, and stepping in for the Rays, Ryan O'Hearn. On the ground. Tosses to first.
Yeah,
that's
you're
one
out.
The bottom of the second.
Batting eighth, shortstop, Taylor Wall.
No, outside.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Didn't recognize off speed, thought it was fastball, a little bit out in front.
And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout.
Batting ninth, catcher, Nick.
Here's the catcher, Nick Fortes. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That is the inning. Back now in
Leading
Tampa
off
Bay.
for the
Now the Cubs catcher, Moises Ballesteros. Curve in the dirt. This one in the air, center field. Edman settles under this one. And a quick out, number one.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Nico Horner.
On the ground to third, Caminero. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Up next,
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's 0 for 1.
What do you got?
Now an appeal to third, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. 2 down, nobody on. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left.
Ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Strike 3, got him with the sweeper. Back here at Tropicana Field, here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Johnny DeLuca.
Johnny DeLuca.
And a foul ball.
No, that's a ball.
Up the middle, Swanson. On to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Up next for the Rays, center fielder, Tommy Edman.
Hard hit left side. To first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Up next for
So
the
next
Rays,
to the plate for
third
Tampa Bay,
baseman,
Junior Caminero. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. He swings and fouls one off. Foul ball there. Oh, and 2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. On to the fourth. Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Busch.
You know,
Ball.
these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That one's in there. That's strike 2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where You're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. One away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
That's a ball.
In the box here, lets that one go for a ball.
That's a strike. Ball two.
Triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Outside low, 3-1.
He hasn't fallen behind an account like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Judge takes a strike. One away, tie game, go-ahead run stands at first. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next for the Cubs, third baseman, Pat Muncy.
Ball.
Breaking ball inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Schwarber off of first with 2 away. Next offering is fouled back.
That's a check. What do you got?
Swing. Now an appeal to third. Did not go. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Throw to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Back here in Tampa Bay, and stepping in for the Rays, Mookie Betts. That's a strike.
Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
The 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Here's the 0-2.
Down.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout.
Up next,
and that's
for
4
the Rays,
strikeouts.
Designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Late with the swing there.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
There's a swing and a drive. That's got a chance. Makes makes the catch up against the wall.
Up next,
D-Ray coming to the plate now. Line to right, his first time. Chop to third. Sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back now in Tampa Bay. Here's the left fielder, Ian Happ. Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact in times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Shortstop, Swanson.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. He's got it. 2 away now. So digging in, Moises Ballesteros. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. On a line, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
That's the third, Caminero. To first, it short hops him, but a nice pick for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and stepping in for the Rays, Ryan O'Hearn.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Fought off foul. Oh, 0-2 now. Swung on and fouled off. And he'll need a new bat. 1 down.
Up next for the Rays, shortstop Taylor Wall.
And there's a foul ball. In the air, left field. Happ gets under it. And there are 2 outs.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Fortes, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
2 down, nobody on. Up the middle, corner. The throw to first, and that will end the inning. Top 6.
Leading off,
here's the Cubs leadoff man, Pete Crow Armstrong. High fly ball, right field. And there's 1 down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Fouled off left side. Swinging a foul out of play. All tied up, and we're in the top half of the sixth.
Ball.
Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Bottom of the sixth. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Johnny DeLuca.
Left fielder, Johnny DeLuca.
And that one fouled off.
Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
One up, one down.
And obviously, a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can bet this offense is trying to figure out some way to put up a better fight.
Fouled off down the right side. Big swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And the 0-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Ow. 2 away now after the drop third strike. Stepping in the long ball threat, Junior Caminero. 1 for 2.
Now pitching for the
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Porter Hodge. He's into the game with the bases empty. And a swing and a miss there.
No.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. In the air to left center. Half on his horse. And he makes the catch. And that is that. Top of inning number
Leading off
7.
for the
So
Cubs,
now it's the
right
Cubs
fielder,
hitter in the
Aaron
4-hole,
Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Now pitching for the
Edwin
Rays.
Uceta on the
Number
pitch here.
63, Edwin Uceta.
Judge comes up empty there. On the ground to the left. On to O'Hearn. 1 out. A key out
Up
to
next
start the
for
7th.
Cubs, third baseman Max Muncy.
That one fouled off.
Ball.
Uceta, a 6-foot righty, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Slash foul down the right side. It'll hook off into the seats. Muncy hits one in the air. That's out number 2. And up next for Chicago, Ian Happ.
Left fielder Ian Happ.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him swinging. Back here at Tropicana Field, and stepping in for the Rays, Mookie Betts. Check swing, and he went 0-2 down. Sets him down on strikes. One away. Big time out, leading off the home set.
Designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Now pitching for the Cubs.
Pitching change here, Luke Little.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Jet
Ball one.
swing, no appeal. Ball 1. Long run into the gap. And there's 2 away. So up next, Brian Reynolds.
For the Rays, right fielder, Brian Reynolds.
No. That's a check. Did he swing?
Now down to first, and that's going to be ruled a swing. Here's a 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Back here in Tampa Bay, Dansby Swanson stands in. Popped up. O'Hearn should have this one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher Moises Ballesteros.
Ball.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 8th. Swing and a ball line to center. That's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, getting that barrel there to meet it just in time. I'll tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Here's Nico Horner. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. To Betts at second for one.
Out of there.
What a double play that was. Inning over. Bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for the Rays, Ryan O'Hearn.
No.
Don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
And a count 1-2.
Ball.
That's a really good take.
Ball.
Just
Inside.
misses there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Up next for the Rays, shortstop Taylor Wall. Now pitching for the Cubs.
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Hunter Harvey. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Just
Ball
off the
outside.
outside corner. And a count 1-2. Swings over the splitter for
Up
strike
next
3.
for the Rays, catcher Nick
So digging in, Nick Fortes. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Two down, nobody on. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Popped up. And that is that. Back now in Tampa Bay. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Now pitching for the
Garrett
Rays,
Clevenger will take over here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out. Bringing the cheese on that one.
In plenty of time to first. They keep a big threat off the bases. Huge in a tie game like this. 1 out. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Swings through that. Battling here as he fouls it away. All tied up here at the top of the 9th. Line drive, that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch. Opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball, let it get beat, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Way inside. And that is out of play. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Go ahead, run on base. Aaron Judge. The next Cub to hit. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. That missed by a lot. And that's ball 2. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. Back here at Tropicana Field, here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Johnny DeLuca.
Johnny DeLuca.
Did he
Check
go?
swing, appeal to first, and he won around. Just enough that time. Comes up empty.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Ball.
Breaking ball misses outside.
Ball 2.
In the air, right field. Judge in position. And there's one away.
Up next for the Rays, center fielder, Tommy Edman.
That's
Trying
a
to
check.
his
Did he go?
swing. Appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. On the corner for a strike. Got him looking for the strikeout.
Up next for the Rays,
Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. 1 for 3.
No.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9.
No. Inside.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first.
No, you're
They'll
out.
get the out, and that'll do it. Back here in
Leading
Tampa
off
Bay,
for the Cubs,
on
third
to extra
baseman,
innings.
Max Muncy.
Now at the plate.
Ball.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and the Cubs have the lead now. It's 3-1. This one popped up. That's under it. And there's one down. Swanson digs in. 0 for 3 in this one.
Nancy Swanson.
And first offering is fouled off. Hit hard on the ground is short. Walls throws to first. And Swanson is set down.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher Moises Ballesteros.
So now pinch hitter for the Cubs, Matt Shaw. Ryan Baker takes over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here. This is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Outside.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in extra innings. Baker, 31 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That
Ball 3.
misses. 3 balls, no strikes. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen now into this
Ball
mound,
4.
but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And at first, so here's Horner now. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of the hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. No throw, safe at second. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. In comes the run from second, and they take a 3-run lead.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
And that one got a piece of him.
Take first.
Up next for the Cubs, first baseman Michael.
First and second, 2 outs. Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit. That one kicks away from the catcher. The third, safe there, and we've got runners at second and third, but 2 away. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Now that's smacked to right center. Base hit, 1 run is in. That gets by him. The run scores from second, and the lead is up to 5. Now he launches a throw over his head.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That was a pretty good pitch. Breaking ball down and in, but when it's breaking in towards you, you have a lot of time to see it and just try to get on plane with it. He hit that one pretty well.
This one in the air center field. And that is that. Cubs get 1 on the solo shot. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. On to the bottom of the 10th. Stepping in for the Rays, Caleb Thielbo into the game.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. And it's second.
Ball 1.
Base hit into right center. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Betts with a knock, and the leadoff man is aboard. He'll score. It's 6-2.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Handled that down and in breaking ball very well. Saw the break early coming from the other side and just let it get deep enough and drop the barrel on it at the very last moment.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Fastball for a strike. And
ball
that one
outside.
just missed off the outside edge. Hard liner. He makes the grab.
He was all over that fastball right there. I'll tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way bad.
Reynolds in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the play discipline.
Ball 1.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Good job to fight that one off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Another 1-2. And they'll do it again. Man at first, one away. And a base hit up the middle. And out to a board.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
Line drive. And there are two down. So it's their last chance in this one. Digging in. Taylor Wall. For 3 with 2 strikeouts. Daniel Palencia on to try and close it out.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure. This one,
that one lifted to left. Hat settles under it. And that'll do it.
nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
And your final 6-2.